welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13
yards. First down, Miami.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. A run straight ahead with Achane. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Taking it about the 16. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Running right, here's Achane. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Waddle, the motion man right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
They'll go. Achane.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run. Achane.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Again, it's Achane.
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can...
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him.
But it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Malik Washington deep for Miami. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Right back to Achane on second down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Rush comes and they block it. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
There are plenty of ways for a special teams coach to get excited. And when you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time. Now the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Dolphins 3.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Miami set to take over. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive starts with a run from Achane. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Right back to Achane on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
It's now
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Tua being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And the toss right side, HM with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Up the middle, HM. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to pass. Tua. Open net is Waddle complete. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins 1st down as he'll get this down to the 40. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Buying time is left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Pittman's first catch, good for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 6-yard.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 21-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Looking to put a drive together.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
Off play action. Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Back to throw. Jones. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Here's Tua. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 4.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Tua sets up to pass it.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
For the Dolphins.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's Hill, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he'll get it right back to Washington. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and a couple. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Tua going to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Colts, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. On the counter, it's Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing Jones. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him, because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now Jones. And that will be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So on 4th down, Spencer Schrader on here for the Colts field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And off to Achane to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Miami.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Achane. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
2nd and 6. Now Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
45-yard line.
2nd down and 8. They run once more with Taylor. Oh, heck of a move. Man. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, Goodson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
44-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tua Tagovailoa and the offense heading back out. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Dolphins.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The this was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Dolphins 10.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. In motion goes the tight end. A quick throw complete to Washington. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. It got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Jones. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
The Colts on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Tua. On the slant, he finds Washington. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking to put a drive together. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On second down, here's the option. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain on the play.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And Juju Brents comes up for the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's another Colts first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulting. So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. That is caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. A gain of 22.
That's good for another Colts. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is indeed good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They juked him. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, the Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's Tua. That'll be caught by Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 21 yards. And a Dolphin first down.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Now Tua. Washington's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Washington. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's first and goal. Throwing Tua. Back to the ground, H.N. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Tua to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes.
And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late fourth quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Daniel Jones and the Colts down 24-23, 26 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. To throw is Jones. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Jones. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Jones. Dancing to his left. And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Indy.